Hey, how is everybody tonight? Well, I'm Vicki with My Paper Connection, and tonight I am going to be showing you how to make these 6 beautiful cards. So every month I host an online card class, and this past month it's Boho Indigo, and I am so excited to be doing this with you guys. Oh, hey, KK, you're at a bridal shop with Courtney. How fun. Well, I know you probably won't be able to see the whole thing, but you'll be able to go back and watch the video and be able to assemble your cards then. So I wanted to tell you real quick, this was this month's, and they were so fun and so gorgeous to do. Let me show you what next month's is. It's Christmas, y'all. It is Christmas up in here. Aren't those cute? So we're going to do 4. Here's the deal though. We're going to do 5 of each. That's 20 Christmas cards for the cost of $40. Not only that, but you will get an entire refill kit of the Most Wonderful Time product medley refill. It's like 48 pieces of designer series paper. You get the stars, and there's the other specialty paper, and then you get these different little pretty embellishments and things that you can use. And then I will send you all of the card stock that goes with this, and any other things that are included that in this kit that is not part of this. Okay, I will post more about that on my website, on Facebook, and I'll be sending emails out. So aren't these gorgeous though? So 3 of these are actually fun folds. Aren't they pretty? I had so much fun creating, and this is a fun fold as well. And then this one is just a regular card, which I have not put the white inside. Alrighty, so I'll have more info out about that. 2 more things. Joy to the world. If you are not already a paper pumpkin person, you be sure to check it out. You don't have to opt in for a whole year. You can do month by month or whatever, but the sign up deadline is the 10th of this month. And then there's this designer series paper special that's going on for the month of October. And for anyone who purchased three different packs of designer series paper from me, I will order you a 4th pack on me and ship it to you. So just as a customer of mine. And these are the really fun papers. I don't know if you can see them very well or not, but I also have this listed on my blog. I think it was from Thursday, maybe October 1st. And each one of them are listed so you can see them more up close and everything. Okay, so let's get started. So the first card we're going to do, I think we'll start with this one. And keep in mind, I may go a little faster than you do. The important thing, if you're doing this with me, if you purchase the card kit, the important thing is to know how to do at least one of them, because the 2 of them are pretty much the same, just different. You can see what I'm talking about here, in that it's the same design, basically, same cutouts and all of that. These are different, but the layout of the card is the same. So as long as you kind of have the idea of how to do one of them with me, and then if you need to, you can do the other one on your own. Hey, Renee, thanks for joining me. Cheyenne, hey. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For my colors for this are Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, and Very Vanilla. And so when I am crafting, when I'm making cards, I like to build my layers and then put them on my cardstock. So that's what we're going to start doing. And I think I'll make this one first because it's got more little bits and pieces than the other one does. So let me put that aside. Okay. I don't want to get too confused here. All right, so take your thick Very Vanilla and burnish it. And this paper, this is not paper that you can get from the catalog by itself. This paper is a part of a product medley. I know the difference, I really do. Melody is a tune, because I sing and play the piano, so I do know the difference. But I have a hard time differentiating the 2 in my mouth, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you're going to take this other piece and look at the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Love them. And you know what? When you're creating your card design or whatever, feel free to take your creative liberties. If you want to flip them the other way and do a different style, or if you want to do a different paper than I did, have at it. Go for it. I am totally fine with that. So for every kit that everybody that received a kit, you also received a little package that contained all the little bits and pieces that go with your cards. And I actually did them separately, so each little kit had their little baubles all packaged separately so that you wouldn't get confused about it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my dimensionals, and we're just going to put these back here. Hopefully it won't show. And there's two of them, two more. And there is a right and wrong. Around the edges on these die cuts, the top will be very smooth around the edges, and the back side where there's detail that's cut out, it will be rough. So that will kind of let you know which one is up and which one is to be down, okay? All right. And then I just cut out some of the greenery that goes with it. And I did cut some of this off because I felt like it was just a little bit too long. So I'm just going to clip that like that. And I think instead of using glue, I'm just going to use my seal on here. Just put just a little bit of it, and that will help it to stay on better. Okay, let's stick this on here like that. I'm going to do the same for these two, I think. How's everybody doing tonight? You having a good day? Oh, I just got it on there. I can fix that. I've had a busy day, and when I get super busy, I start running on autopilot, and then I do things, and then I don't know what I did or what I did with things. Like I lost the insert to a stamp set today, and it's a real conundrum. I have turned everything upside down looking for it, and I can't find it anywhere. Thankfully, 3 of the things that went on it were actually on blocks, so I didn't lose those. But it's so frustrating. And then I start to think, oh man, am I getting to be that age? Ugh, so frustrating. I did that the other day when I came in. I took off my capris, my favorite ones, by the way, and I put them on the shelf, and then I couldn't find them. Absolutely could not find them, and I was panicky, and my husband found them for me tonight. Apparently, I had pushed them way too far back on the shelf, and he was able to find them for me, which I was very happy about because they were my favorites. I know you guys probably have your favorites in jeans or whatever. I still have my stamp set and another thing that's missing that I need to find, and then maybe my brain can be peaceful. I'm like, oh dear God, help me find it. Okay, so you saw what I did there. I just put a little bit of seal on the back of these and stuck them right down in there. I clipped them off, and once I get the front of my card finished, then I just put a little bit of glue on the back, or a lot of glue, whatever. I'm getting down to the bottom of this one. I tried the seal, and I love the seal for lots of different things, but I can tend to be a little crooked when I'm doing things, and the thing about Tombow glue is that it has a lot of grace to it. So if you don't have it just perfectly, then it will allow you to shift it around, and I really need that. Hey Carol, thanks for joining me. And Dorothy, hey Dorothy. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do with this is to stamp a sentiment. So I'm just going to take my blue, my Night of Navy. I provided everybody with this. And I think I'm just going to say hello and then just trim it off. I do a lot of hello cards and thinking of you cards and stuff like that. Between our small group and then team members and family members and all of that, I send a lot of generic hello, thinking of you kind of cards. So, whoops. Okay, and then I will pop this up on a dimensional. And I think I'll probably only use one. And put it right. I think I'm put it right. Where should I put it? Here? It's a little different than this one. I couldn't remember which stamp set I used to do that one, because I made these a month ago. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, and I didn't take notes when I did it. That's my problem. So there you go. That's one of them. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the next one. I love these online card classes, and I love that people are doing it with me. It's so fun. I usually was doing private videos for it, and I thought, well, why not give other people an opportunity to see what an online card class is about? Because you never know. Maybe you've seen me advertise about an online card class, but you didn't do it because you just didn't really know what it was about. See what I'm saying? You can flip it over. You can do. I tend to like this one a lot, so I'm going to use this one. So anyway, I thought that I would just go live with it tonight. I normally do my lives. At first, I started doing them on Thursdays, and I have card classes one Thursday night a month, and then I have it during the day on one Thursday a month. And I just thought, well, I don't want to have to reschedule my lives every time, you know, just that one night a month. So I decided to change them to Tuesdays, and I actually like doing them on Tuesdays. But this Tuesday is a very, very important day. My oldest granddaughter is 13 tomorrow. Can you believe it? Okay, so you'll notice this is different. In the Boho Indigo product medley, there's all sorts of different kinds of leaves. And they don't give you, 10 of one kind. They give you several of different kinds. So I substituted different shapes and sizes of leaves, but they're all gorgeous. And I think whichever leaf you get, you will really like it. Okay, so there's that. Then I took this is the Timeless, or Label Me Fancy or Lovely. I can't remember which one. And I cut off one end of it. And I basically, where it starts, if you can see right there where the curve starts, I lopped it off right there with my guillotine cutter. And that way, I could just kind of do it right in here, like that. I think I should have, hold on, let's see if I can get this up. I should have moved this over just a little bit. I'm going to give you a tip. If you put it down and it's not where you want it to be, breathe on it. I'm not going to show you me breathing on it, okay? Just imagine it, or don't. That's kind of creepy. But it does help you to be able to lift that up when you make mistakes or you put things in the wrong place, and it doesn't usually tear your paper. Okay, yes, that's exactly what I needed to do. I'm going to make this into a birthday card. So I used, I'm going to stamp it where I can see it, okay? For every one of my classes, every one of my online classes, I give you the option of adding on. You can, for $20, you can either purchase just the card kit itself, or you can add on for however much, 15, whatever, and you can purchase a stamp set that goes with it. Or if you purchase $50 from my website, then you, with using a certain host code, then you get my card class for free. And usually some rhinestones or something. And so for this one, I added on, as an add-on, I used Frame for You, because it had such great sentiments on it that I thought no matter what, you would have a sentiment to use for it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. And there were such interesting things on this one. I don't think I used any embellishments whatsoever other than ribbon here and there. And I love ribbon. I love to use knots and bows, and people that come to my online or my in-person classes, they'll attest that I like ribbons and bows. Sometimes it's to their chagrin because they don't like making bows, do they, Dorothy? Okay. Oh, wrong place. Wrong place, wrong place, wrong place. I knew that looked a little bit naked on the other end. Hold on, I can fix it. It's still intact and I didn't tear it. There we go. Isn't that a pretty card? And the only thing left to do is to put the inside of it in, which I will do later. Okay? I'll just tuck that right in there. But isn't that pretty? Both of these are very pretty cards. Okay? And I use lots of happy birthday cards. Okay, so the next one that we will do are these two. And Carol, your granddaughter turned 13 in May. Yeah, I'm telling you, there is nothing like those precious granddaughters. Absolutely nothing. I have two of them. One will be 6 in November. She lives in England, and you've heard me talk about her before. And the other one, Lainey, she lives here in Warner Robins. She's 13, and she and her brother, and my older one, all of them, they are just my heart. I tell you, there's just absolutely, unless you are a grandparent, there is no way to describe the love that you feel in your heart for these little rascals. And the funny thing is, when we had my grandson, I thought, I don't know how in the world, when we found out that my daughter was pregnant again. Well, she had a pregnancy in between the two, and I got so excited, and she lost the second one. And it broke my heart, absolutely broke my heart. And I didn't realize, I'd never really fully understood the pain that somebody feels whenever there's a miscarriage like that. And it wasn't even my baby, it was my grandbaby. And I mean, I cried and cried and cried. And so when she told me she was pregnant the third time with our granddaughter, I mean, I was excited, but I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so afraid something would happen, and I really had a hard time connecting, if I'm being honest. And so once she got to a certain stage and I felt like it was safe, I got super excited. But then I'm like, I don't know how in the world I don't know how it's possible that I could love another child as much as I love my grandson. And the minute I saw her, oh, I just, amazing. Of course, I felt the same way when my son told me that he and his wife were pregnant. They had been married for 13 years, and I had pretty much resigned myself to the fact that they were never having children. I was okay with it. And then he calls me one day and tells me that they are pregnant, and I couldn't believe it. I lost one of the doolollies. How did I do that? Hold on one second. I know where I can get one. Indigo, where is it? No. Okay, it's just going to have one because I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Well, anywho, I should stop talking and just work, right? I'm just going to put one on this one, I think is what I'll do. Okay, so I'm going to stick one of these. I think I'll just use this one. Or should I use this one? I think I'll just use this one. It's not quite as big. And I'm just going to trim that off a little bit. Put a little bit of the seal behind it. Like this. Stick this on here like this. I'll put a dimensional on, which I love. I don't know what in the world could have happened to that. I'm telling you, it's like there is a vortex or something where the stuff just gets sucked down and lost. It's the craziest thing. I've never experienced anything like that. I'm not a loser. Well, no, I'm definitely not a loser, but I don't lose things. Let's just put it that way, usually. And yet, things keep getting lost. Weird. Alrighty, I'm just going to stamp hello right here. Hopefully, nope, it's not. Okay. It's hard to tell if I have my head over it or not. And then I like using this as a guide. So what I'll do is I will like put my scissors on one of those lines, and then I just kind of clip. And that way it's not usually wonky. It's not usually at an angle or something like that. It really does help me to keep it lined up, because I can still do things crooked at times. Okay, there's the crooked one. I will put this right in here. I'm going to put it like that. Since I lost the one vase, I'm going to put it like that, and then I'm going to use my bow and my glue dot. And just stick that right up under there. This Midnight Madness is absolutely one of my favorite colors. I love blue. I've had people ask me before what my favorite color was, and I love color. I mean, I love all kinds of colors. Blue, red, green. I just love color. But if I had to say what my favorite was, it would have to probably be in the blue family, because there's so many different blues that are just gorgeous. So, blue it is. There we go. Even with a vase missing, that's still really pretty, and I'm very happy with it. Okay. Little different than this one, and I do have that just a tad bit crooked, but it's still very pretty. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so let's do this next one. This is Sahara Sand, I think. It's a very pretty color. It's very, did I do that wrong? Might have, no? Oh, okay, it's bagged up. I picked out the wrong. Live video interrupted. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't lose anybody. Telemarketer called and it interrupted, so I canceled it. So I'm putting some glue on top of the Night of Navy. It's starting to get dark outside, and it starts to get darker in my studio area. Let me see if I can turn my light up real quick without blowing it out for you guys too much. Okay, I'll put this, oops. I almost forgot. Okay, I'm gonna use a glue dot. I'm glad I caught myself. Okay, I'll stick a glue dot on the back. Man, I'm glad I looked. And then I'm going to get another glue dot and put it right back here. And then we'll just bring it around like that. Now I'll put some, straighten it. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad I caught myself. Okay, let's stick this on here like this. And we're going to build the parts and pieces. Build this part up. Add a little bit of the glue. I had this, and I know it's great for it, and then I forget to use it all the time. So there we go. Okay. So then I will just trim this down and use it right back in here. And I'm going to use this taller one. Trim it. And put it right back in here. I think I did that opposite. I did. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. I'll do another hello. Hello. And I did it crooked again. What do you know about that? That's better. There we go. Again, I can't remember which one I used for that. I am going to write this down next time. Stick these on the back here. We'll stick these right on here. Whoops. And right in there. And I have my fourth card done. And it's a beautiful card as well. What do you guys think of these? Do you like them? I think they're so pretty. This paper, oh my gosh, the paper is just exquisite. So pretty. Okay, now let's get our last two done. And if you're crafting with me, I hope that you are doing okay. If you have any questions, please ask. There were quite a few that signed up for the class that were not going to be able to make it tonight, but that's the beauty of doing the live, is that it's recorded and it's there whenever they can. So, that works, doesn't it? Okay. So, let's work on this one first. I'll go ahead and get the little pieces out. Anybody have plans for the holiday weekend that's coming up? Columbus Day? We do. We're gonna visit family. We're gonna go to our other house in Florida and visit family and just get away for a while. Okay, these colors are so pretty. The different shades of blue, just gorgeous. All right, and bring in my glue dots again. And I did it right about 3/4 of the way. There we go. Now, best way to do this so I don't get it crooked is to turn it around and then press it in the back, like that. With the Boho Indigo, you get, when you purchase the product medley, you get a stamp set. Now, it's not cheap, but you get a stamp set, a set of dies, you get 2 spools of ribbon, and I think maybe 48 sheets of paper, along with there are pieces of embossed very vanilla. So it's beautiful. But these are the vases. And what I did was, this is the hammered metal embossing folder. So I cut out a whole bunch of the vases, and then I put, I think, maybe 6 of the vases at one time in the embossing folder. And it made it really easy to be able to emboss a bunch of them at one time. It was really nice. Then I used, okay, so before I do this, I have 2 of them. These are the gold laser cut that come from the Forever Gold, and I just gave everybody gold leaves. And the way I'm going to put this on is to use my dimensional to secure it down. I'm just going to stick it on there like that. And for everybody who purchased, as part of their kit, I did all of the bow tying. I mean, all of the bow tying. It was a lot of bow tying. I like to take the glue dots and I'll stick them right up there at the top. I roll them first because that way they don't show as much, and then just stick it on like that. Okay? It's kind of bright, isn't it? Sorry about that. Let me see if I can turn it down again. I need to be able to see. Okay, so for this one, it has a little bit different, because these come in the Boho Indigo as well. Has a little bit different sentiment or size there. I'm going to do Thinking of You for this one. And also it's from the Framed for You stamp set. And I have a little bit more space with this one, so I'm just going to go Thinking of You right in there. And then I'll pop it up on dimensionals. And these little label things are really nice. They actually have gold around them. Not gold. I mean, I'm not that naive, but gold trim. You get real gold. How wonderful is that? Not really. Okay, so there you go. A little bit different, but still very, very pretty card. Okay, and for this one, we are going to do, this is a Night of Navy. I embossed all the pieces ahead of time, so they come embossed already. So I'll go ahead and burnish this. I'm going to take, this is the Tasteful Touches, I think is the name of it, embossing folder. Yeah, it's not the subtle, I think it's the Tasteful Touches. And it just really, it changes the look of a piece of paper. It really does, and it just takes it up a level, I think. Okay. Okay, there's no wraparound on this one, so I'm safe to go ahead and glue it on. Stick this right in here. Okay, go ahead and put some there, and I'll bring this back in. There's a little bit of a learning curve on those seals. I really like them. They do a really good job of holding everything down and holding it in place, but there really is a learning curve on it. You do have to make sure that you kind of do a little bit of a check whenever you're finishing, so that it doesn't get sucked back up in there. So I'm just kind of positioning these to where they'll all be seen. Okay, one thing I need to do is lower these a little bit though, because I don't want that much stem showing. There we go. much, much better. And then I'll just stick a piece stick a dimensional over the top. I'm going to trim these off so they don't wiggle their way out from under it. Okay. Stick this right in here. Now, I did not glue those down, although you could if you wanted to. Actually, it's probably not a bad idea to put a little bit of something so they don't get caught when you're putting them in or taking them out. There we go. Yeah, I don't even mind if they go up just a little bit on the ends. Just mostly want to make sure they stay where they're supposed to stay. Then I'll bring in my glue dots. I'm going to take another one and just kind of roll it. I'm going to stick it right here on it. At this point, I have gotten so sticky with glue. There we go. I'm just going to stick that on like that. And I'll go for my little small one that says hello. Yeah, I can't remember what I did with, oh, I know what it is. That is actually the Boho Indigo, and I am going to use that one. I will use that one. It's small, and it will work. So I'll just show you what I do to line these up and make sure they're on. When it's a photopolymer, a lot of times I'll just kind of flip it down and let it rest for a second. And then I'll put it on the line and then come over it. Now, I don't have my head over it, otherwise you'd be seeing my white hair. But I think it might be crooked. Okay, let me do it where I can actually see it. Hold on one second. You get the gist. Okay, there you go. You get the gist, right? I do like to make sure that they're lined up, and I use the lines of my grid, either grid paper or one of these mats, a lot. Okay. Pretty good. And I think I'm going to use mini ones for this because it's kind of tiny. It's kind of narrow. Stick those back there. And then I just kind of put this right over here, like that. And that's got my last card. Isn't it pretty? So these are the beautiful cards that I designed for the Indigo Boho Indigo. And it's really fun. So let me show you the card for my next online card class. Again, we've got the 2 fun folds like this. These actually come in a part of that most wonderful time. These are part of, they're actually stickers rather than stamps, and I put dimensionals up under them to create some interest and dimension with it. You just stamp right onto it, to the little banner things here. And so that's 2 of them, and then this is the other one, another fun fold. And then this is not a fun fold, it's just a really pretty card, nothing on the inside yet. I just finished these today. But so if you're interested in the Christmas online card class, it's 4 designs, 5 of each, and you get a whole package of the most wonderful time refill with all the card stock. So, and then there'll be add-ons as well. That is it for me. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a really great evening. I'll post this for those of you who purchased the Boho Indigo. This will be posted on Facebook that you can go back and look at it, and you can pause it and all of that as you're crafting. It'll also be on my YouTube as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next week I am not sure when we're getting back from Florida, but I will go live one day next week. It may be Wednesday night, it may be Thursday night. I'm not really sure, but I'll post it and let everybody know ahead of time. So thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a great, great day or evening. Bye.